The WNBA is a wild, wild, wild place, and Caitlin Clark has clearly broken everyone involved with the league before she arrived. They don't know how to function, they don't know how to exist without making everything about Caitlin Clark and without being upset about everything that has to do with Caitlin Clark. It is wild to witness. So we got a clip here. I want to take you through. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna mock. We're gonna point. I think this is I forget the name of the podcast from Just Women's Sports. A couple of terrifying, terrifying ladies, I guess, commenting on Caitlin Clark's uh, 45-point performance the other day. This is kind of interesting because there's nothing I love more than someone who is so arrogant and condescending and to other people in terms of their intelligence and knowledge while being completely wrong about what they are saying. Oh man, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Truly appreciate all y'all support. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19. You know the drill. Quick favor, like, comment, subscribe. I cannot, and I know I say it every video, but I really, every once in a while, I got to remind you, I cannot emphasize enough how much it means to me and how important it is. The channel disappears without it. I just had someone message me the other day about that, about like, hey, your videos don't ever show up for me anymore. You're being suppressed by YouTube. And I look at my numbers and I'm like, watch time per video's up, click through rate is up, the likes to the views is up, but YouTube simply isn't showing the videos to anyone anymore. So it would help out tremendously if you are enjoying the content to make sure you do like, comment, and subscribe. So anyway, let's take a listen to these deep, deep, deep thinking intellectuals.
I just want to start this off with complete flowers for Caitlin Clark, and I hope that Caitlin can experience more joy through basketball. She goes through a lot, but to be a
You know, this is just like that USA Today article. By the way, if you didn't catch the other video where I mentioned they in the a tweet promoting that article, I commented below it. It is now, I think I said 3,200 likes or something. That their article tweet has 2,000 likes, and my comment below it is closing in on 7,000 likes, saying how disgusted I was with the article. So you know, there's more of us than there are of them. But just like in that article, when they have to preface some with a praise of Caitlin Clark, "Oh, I like Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's," you know, a lot of nonsense is coming. So she's getting and let me back it up just a little bit so you can hear it again. She's getting into just how tough it is to be one of those old guard WNBA fans.
she goes through a lot, but to be a fan of the WNBA, bro, like, can we just enjoy Caitlin Clark's big game without it being hijacked by agenda pushers? She can't do anything without outsiders using her stuff
As propaganda. My God, woman, look in the mirror. You are talking about yourself. You are talking about the entire WNBA echo chamber. Caitlin Clark fans wanted to come into the WNBA and simply enjoy watching Caitlin Clark play basketball, but they have not been able to do so from day one, and it continues to get worse halfway through year three. Why? Because the entire WNBA, the WNBA players, the WNBA media, freaking Kathy Engelbert all the way down, constantly using Caitlin Clark to push agendas. That is what the entire WNBA is. And by the way, ask the players themselves. They'll always tell you that it has been an activist league, always pushing propaganda. The Atlanta Dream owner got forced out of the WNBA and ownership because she wanted her players to play basketball and not be activists pushing agendas, pushing propaganda. You seem a little bit confused. Maybe you suffered a blow to the head.
propaganda, bro. Down my timeline is like one after another of talking heads with this super hyperbolic discussion of best players, goats, face of the league, this and that. And I said, was there a meeting? Like, do we have a CC bat signal to put in the sky? And they emerged from their cave. I was
I assume that it's supposed to be funny, but that's like literally what sports media does. The only reason it's never happened before with the WNBA is because no one watched the WNBA. But thanks to Caitlin Clark, there are enough people interested that they can have conversations in the WNBA about who is the face and who is the GOAT. But in case you didn't notice this terrifying looking one, these conversations are had all of the time in all of the other major sports. Check out NBA Twitter. You won't see, I was going to say a day, but you probably won't go through an hour if you get NBA Twitter on your timeline without some nasty back and forth, some conversation about whether it's LeBron or Jordan. Personally, I think both sides are wrong. It's Wilt Chamberlain. But you know, or in football, is it Tom Brady, or just conversations about the NBA had it all this season. They had conversations about who was the new face of the WNBA because it doesn't seem to be a clear cut player for the in the NBA. So did I say WNBA? I was thinking Wemby W. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. You know, conversations while Tom Brady was playing and racking up Super Bowls. And was he the GOAT? When was he going to be the GOAT? Is he now the, this is normal stuff, but the WNBA can't handle normal because the WNBA is not normal. But Caitlin Clark, rent free, 24/7. You want to talk about using her for agendas and push and propaganda and all that? What is it you are doing? You constantly talk about topics in which you insert Caitlin Clark because no one pays attention to you otherwise.
traveling back from vacation and couldn't watch. But the numbers Caitlin Clark put up last night, no other WNBA player is capable of.
Skip,
Skip Bayless, by the way, who, whether you love him or hate him or is really irrelevant, but he does this for a living. Do you expect, and look, me included, I do my best to find topics both that I'm interested in and that you will also enjoy and want to watch. It makes no sense for me to go, well, let me only grab the topics that two people want to see, right? Skip Bayless is going to talk about things that one interest him, but two, for which there is an audience. Just like the way people want to watch Caitlin Clark play basketball. So, of course, when Caitlin Clark has an historic night, Skip Bayless is going to talk about it. How is this any different than any other sport? Now, listen to this next bit. This is wild because, by the way, when Skip said, and how did she put it, that no one else could do? Let me back that up a little bit.
Caitlin Clark put up last night, no other WNBA player is capable of.
Now, before we get to this next delusional part, that as of now is 100% accurate. She's upset about it. She's upset that Skip Bayless dared to weigh in on an historic moment in the WNBA that has to do with Caitlin Clark, who has 85% of the WNBA fan base. Right now, it is something no one else is capable of because no one else has ever done it in the 30-year history of the league. Keep that in mind.
Skip, it's evident that you don't watch the WNBA. This season, the record is 53 by Marina Mabry. Not one single peep from you. Know your facts before you speak on a league you don't even watch.
Robert Gray.
Holy crap. Deep breath. Deep breath because this is, oh man, we all have our pet peeves, right? And this is one for me. You heard that tone of voice. She's lecturing Skip as if she is somehow superior. She is more intelligent. She is smarter than Skip, and she is lecturing him. The condescension dripping out of her mouth. And yet, guess what, folks? She's one ignorant mofo, has no idea what she's talking about. But she's going to lecture Skip because if you were listening, honey, sweetheart, little lady, Skip didn't say anything about Caitlin Clark scoring the most points in a game this season or ever. Skip talked about an historic night. No player in the WNBA's 30-year history has had a game of 40 points and 10 assists. Caitlin Clark had 45 points and 10 assists. And you, by throwing in that stupid comment about Marina Mabrey scoring 53, you make yourself look like an idiot. And yet, my guess is you have no idea. My guess is if I told you, you still would resist because your brain is incapable of processing fact and logic because you're all up in your estrogen feels. Sorry, ladies, I had to throw that little extra jab in there. You know, I love all you, but when we get to the crazy ones, I got to do it because it hurts them a little more.
Griffin the third. It was literally a soliloquy. It was like a multiple page manifesto about Caitlin Clark. Basically said
Using the word manifesto is very specific and meant to be an insult. And I read, I don't think I read that whole thing, but I read a lot of that. He wrote a nice piece on the face of the WNBA. I'm not sure why exactly that is something worthy of derision or why you would be mocking it in any way. I mean, you'll have to help me out with that.
a long reasoning why Caitlin Clark is the face of the league.
RG, I couldn't read this whole thing. It's like 20 pages. I want you to support all the players the same. When Asia
I know I'm stopping, but for everything they say, again, the condescension, the arrogance in this clown's voice, this DEI hire, this worthless, valueless nothing who has a job because of Caitlin Clark. Guess what? RG3 does not have this is again, this is the nonsense with the WNBA. No one has to support anyone they don't want to support. The WNBA does not get to have all of its players supported by everyone. The entitlement in that statement is part of the problem with the WNBA, and people are tired of it. Are you understanding me? Are you understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth? Mm. Now I got to watch Rush Hour.
scores her next 40-point game, I want to see a 10-page paper too.
When the response is so like outlandish, it distracts from the moment that
Mhm.
Caitlin earned just by being nice at ball.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Help me, help me, help me. I can't take the idiocy. Oh, Caitlin Clark had an historic night that has never happened in 30 years, and then it gets positive coverage, and these ladies who supposedly want the WNBA to grow are upset about it. Make that make sense. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. I will talk to you later.